Hello, and welcome to today's August 10th daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now so I can keep you up to date on what's going on in Washington, D.C., the U.S. economy, money, investing, and much, much more. All right, hello and welcome back. Before I jump into today's long, detailed stimulus package update video, I want to remind you to put your name in for the giveaway that Casey and I are doing, where we're giving away $10,000 in cash. I tell you this every day because you can go enter every single day. I've had a lot of people say, hey, how many times can we enter? You can go every single day. That's why I bring it up. Now, 5 of you are going to win $1,000 and 20 of you are going to win $250. This is our way of getting a little extra spending money into community members' pockets. So if you watch me on YouTube, you're in my community. It's not just here in Utah. Also, as a way of saying thank you for helping me get my channel to over 1 million subscribers. All right, now, today, the Senate held the final vote on the $1.2 trillion physical infrastructure bill, or the American Jobs Plan. The final vote was 69 yeses and 30 noes. So 19 Republicans in the end decided to vote with Democrats on this historic infrastructure bill. Senator Sinema, Portman, and 8 others involved in the negotiation efforts released this joint statement. Congress has talked about truly modernizing our nation's infrastructure for as long as we can remember. The United States Senate delivered so that we can finally give the American people the safe, reliable, and modern infrastructure they deserve. The bill almost didn't happen because the Congressional Budget Office released that the bill wasn't fully paid for and that it actually added $256 billion to the national debt. But seeing that this was over a 10-year period and that the infrastructure is needed, the bill still went to the floor and it passed on a bipartisan effort. The impressive thing is this bill was almost entirely paid for by saving money here and there, changing up where money went to certain groups, so that no taxes had to be raised on the people or on businesses in order to pass the bill. And the IRS won't get a massive influx of money to audit the wealthy, but we all know that they were likely just going to end up auditing the middle class or those that make $50,000 a year or less, since that's what they've done historically. Now, the Senate can finally begin to focus on the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. Until this is passed, the $1.2 trillion spending bill won't seem like a victory. So because they're combining the two need to pass before we really celebrate. Now, yesterday, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi again refused to take action on the Senate's infrastructure bill. She said she applauded their efforts, but moving forward without the $3.5 trillion spending bill is moving forward without the people that need it the most. Okay, now I'll come back to that because there's not a lot of talk of what this bill does for the people, okay? However, it's now starting to look more and more like moderate Democrats won't vote for the $3.5 trillion bill because of the cost, raising taxes on people and businesses, and the amount of national debt, which I told you yesterday were the 2 biggest fears among Americans right now. So now I can see why Pelosi is tying the two together. She is hoping that moderates who wouldn't vote for the $3.5 trillion bill will vote in order to pass the $1.2 trillion bill. So I think she knows she's going to lose the $3.5 trillion bill unless she ties the two together. So I hadn't put that together in my mind just yet, but now, based on things she's saying and what moderate Democrats are starting to say, now I see why she's tying the two together. By the way, thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. I really, really appreciate it, and I love bringing my community the news. All right, so the framework for the $3.5 trillion spending bill is beginning to be made public. It's not all public just yet, but the beginnings of it have started. So here's what we know so far. Democrats want to raise taxes on the wealthy and give tax relief to the middle class family. They have not said how much they will tax the wealthy, nor have they said how they will get a tax break for the middle class. None of this has been published, right? So right now, like, we just have two sentences. We're going to give tax breaks to the middle class, and we're going to tax the wealthy, but there's no details just yet. So more tax for one group, less tax for another. All right, taxes would be raised from 21% to 28% on a corporate level. This makes the United States corporate tax some of the highest in the globe, okay? So we'll now have some of the highest taxes for businesses in the entire world. Okay, so here's how we know this bill is far from complete. One, it isn't in writing. Two, Democrats are just now starting to submit their ideas, amendments, proposals, and acts so that they can be either incorporated or rejected. Third, Democrat Senator Ron Wyden, who sits on the Finance Committee and has called for a fourth stimulus check, said, "We are working on a menu of options for Democrat colleagues to pick from for the final bill." So think of it like going to a restaurant, right? They're putting out all these different menus. That doesn't mean any one of these menus is the final menu, and they're going to let their colleagues pick and choose what they want to see on the final menu. I hope that makes sense, okay? So this thing is not done. There's a lot more details that need to be released this week or next week, and hopefully we'll have that, and you'll be able to hear it from me. All right. Now, Wyden said Congress needs to make a change to the tax code so companies have incentives not to send jobs overseas. Wyden said he also wants to see the child tax credit become permanent and not just a one-time, one-year thing. Now, Senator Schumer said he plans to give American families the biggest tax cut in history and make the wealthy pay their fair share. Now, the Trump tax cuts were some of the biggest already, so it will be interesting to see how much further Schumer will go to get the middle class even more tax savings. Okay, now this part was a little bit sneaky. In order to get Republicans on board with the $1.2 trillion spending bill, Democrats removed giving more money to the IRS. However, this morning, Schumer said that in the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, that they're going to give a lot of money to the IRS so that they can get audits. So he kind of did a bait and switch on the Republicans. I think some of them knew that might happen, but that's literally what they did. No, we're not going to do it. Oh, it passed? Yes, we're going to do it, right? So, and Republicans won't have any ability to block that. They can only make noise about it at this point. Now, some Democrat lawmakers are saying the only way to pull off this massive spending bill will be to raise taxes, so it will be interesting to see how they get to enough tax revenue while not coming after the middle class, which pays the most taxes of anybody in the country. So they're saying, we're not going to raise your taxes. In fact, we're going to get you more tax breaks, and the majority of money comes from you guys, so we'll see, right? So again, I don't know where they're going to come from. I'm just letting you know what they're saying and then giving some context to the conversation. Now, Senator Sanders says he's going to try to get Medicare for All. And if he can't get that, at least go for the lower age of age 60. And if he can't get that, then he'll just leave it alone, but then he'll try to get more benefits for those that do qualify by going after prescription drug costs. So he really kind of watered down his intentions, right? So we'll see what he ends up getting in this. Bernie Sanders so far has been one of the biggest pushers for helping those on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and senior citizens. But we'll see what he actually ends up pushing for in the end. All right, now Larry Levitt of the Kaiser Family Foundation said, if Democrats can pass this bill, it will be the single biggest change since the Affordable Cares Act, or Obamacare, as some like to call it. The bill also seeks to make community college free and pre-kindergarten free. They also want to see free or supplemented daycare if you make under a certain amount of money. The bill seeks to have $107 billion go towards border security and a pathway to citizenship for those that enter the country or are already in the country, but Democrats admitted the majority of the $107 billion will most likely go towards the pathway to citizenship. Now, this is one area that will receive Republican pushback, as many say this bill seeks to create more Democrat voters and give more aid to people who aren't citizens than it does to our own citizens. So this one's probably going to have a clash of words and ideas. Democrats also say they will make game-changing investments in infrastructure with this money. Now, some are saying, didn't you just make game-changing investments with the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill? What other infrastructure are you putting in this money towards? I guess we're going to find out when they put it in writing, right? Again, now this is just me telling you what's in the bill. The reason I'm saying Democrats want this, Democrats want that, is because this is a Democrat-only bill, okay? So it's not me ripping on them. I'm just letting you know this is their own stuff that they're putting in. All right, now Democrats want to invest in getting millions of people their green card, as well as invest in infrastructure that would help Native Americans. They also want to invest in veterans. Chuck Schumer said all this money will be spent to create tens of thousands of jobs and restore the middle class in the 21st century. Okay, Democrats say they also want to spend $67 billion on the Environment and Public Works Committee and $198 billion on the Clean Energy Initiative. Democrats have expressed interest in creating a massive civilian climate corps of young people that can make a difference in the clean energy direction of this country, though some fear that this would be a massive paid group of people that would just travel around the country shaming businesses. So there's also going to be a clash in ideas when it comes to a large paid group of activists, right? All right, now Democrats also say in addition to the $3.5 trillion, they need Republicans' help to raise the debt ceiling so they can access more money for more government programs. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell had this to say. Here's the comedy. They won't let Republicans have any say in this monstrosity, but they want our help to raise their credit card limit to make it happen. All right, now so far there has been no mention of a fourth stimulus check. However, we are hearing that several Democrats are talking about survival checks, adult tax credits, universal basic income, cash payments, and etc. Okay, so it doesn't mean that there won't be one, but as of right now, they have not mentioned it. Now, I'd be shocked if they don't put one in for a small group of people after, this is like a massive bill. If you guys can't wrap your heads around how big 3.5 trillion is, then you don't understand how much money this is. It's just like massive, right? So if they don't put one in, it really is a head scratcher like, okay, where's all this money going, right? Now, I think what we know about the $3.5 trillion spending bill at this point is just the tip of the iceberg. And much more will be released this week and next week. And of course, I'll be on to let you know about that. All right, now in other news, breaking news, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced today that he has decided to resign after nearly every phone call and email to his office was calling for his resignation. Upon resigning, 2 more women came forward, bringing new allegations against him. The lieutenant governor will likely take over for Cuomo until things settle down. Once sworn in, Kathy Hochul, I hope I said that name right, will become New York's first female governor. Now, the Washington Post is calling for CNN to investigate Chris Cuomo, Governor Cuomo's brother and one of the lead anchors on CNN, for his involvement in the cover-up. It came out in the investigation from the Attorney General of New York that Chris Cuomo had been coaching his brother on how to deal with the media and how to deal with sexual misconduct allegations. Chris Cuomo is on a planned vacation as of right now and swears it had nothing to do with his brother's situation. Although I don't know that CNN is the best group to investigate one of their own, as it could bring more shame and worsen CNN's reputation, it's likely if there is to be an investigation that it should be an unbiased third party that investigates. All right, now the Prime Minister of Australia is losing big time in the polls for his aggressive draconian lockdown methods. People in Australia aren't allowed to leave their houses right now. The military and the police are patrolling the streets for anyone that might be breaking these rules. One of the ministers said that he's so worried about COVID that people could even be infecting each other through their farts. Through their farts. You guys, I can't make this stuff up. This really is in the news. I'm not a doctor, but I don't know that it's being passed through farts. But that's one of this guy's top worries and why they want to keep people separate. All right, now on a serious note, a new study shows that children and teens are dealing with the highest levels of depression and suicide ever. The pandemic, lockdown, and isolation from social life has been incredibly damaging. So if you have teens or young kids, please keep an eye on them. Show them increased amounts of love. Put down the phones, increase the hugs, go for a walk. Look for ways to build connection with your kids and your teens. According to this study, they are in a bad place mentally. Connection is what is missing in a world of smartphones, social media, and lockdowns. So I just wanted to bring that information to your attention. I have 3 young kids. I've seen how this has affected them, and we have decided to push in even more with more love and connection. So that's my recommendation, and also the recommendation of these doctors that release this information. All right, now this is my update for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more. A lot's going to be coming out this week and next week about what's really in the massive $3.5 trillion stimulus package. And I'll be here to let you know. Now, before you go, do make sure to sign up and win some of that $10,000. Thanks to generous sponsors, Casey and I are deciding to take some of that income and share that with the community. We know that there are many in the community that are still struggling, right? We're in a K-shaped recovery. If you don't think some of the country's struggling, then your eyes aren't open, right? We see it. We see you. I see the comments. I read the comments. This is my way of helping. It's also my way of saying thank you for helping me get to 1 million. A very, very small percentage of channels ever get to 1 million, so I'm humbled. I never thought I would get there. So it's just our way of saying thank you. All right, now, before you go, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.